Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Chris Picado, and today I'm going to be talking about Remine Pro. I will say I'm not going to dive deep into how I use Remine to generate business, but in this video, you will have a clear understanding about some of the things that you will see inside of Remine, and most importantly, how Remine collects its data. This will help you make informed decisions as to what data you want to gather and how you're going to use it effectively for your business. All right, so let's get started. The first thing is property values. How does Remine determine a property value? The first thing you have to know is that Remine relies on three different companies for property valuations. Now, they use AVMs, also known as automated valuation models, to determine the price or what would be considered a property value. Now, the three companies they use is the first one is First American Financial Services. This is the one that they've always used since they've integrated to an AVM model. They also now use Black Knight Financial Services. And the one that most real estate professionals are familiar with is Redfin. Now, what some of these AVMs use are recent sales from the courthouse, tax assessment values, and the comparables. Now, as far as the comparable goes, what they're looking at is the condition of the home, the square footage of the home, when the property was built, the bedroom and bath count, and the lot size. Let's talk a little bit more about ownership time. There's tons and tons of data out there and proven and tested surveys that have been completed to determine when a homeowner will more than likely potentially sell their home. The way that Remine calculates this time is by counting forward from the last filed deed. Earlier I mentioned Remine uses First American Financial Corporation to determine the property's value. Another way that First American is being used by Remine is to collect and determine the net equity of the property. Here's what they do. So they collect active loan and interest information from First American, and they create a modeled amortization schedule and calculate the remaining loan balance, and then they subtract the remaining loan balance from the First American valuation for the property. Let's dive in to Sales Score. This is probably one of my favorite features within Remine Pro. This will help you determine which homeowners are more than likely ready to list, not likely to list, or are going to be thinking about selling here within after a year. Now, the way that Remine calculates this is by using weighted values. The primary variables to determine the score are property attributes, which includes square footage, bed and bath counts, the current valuations. They also consider property transaction history. This means the last time since the property was put up for sale, any current mortgages, or any foreclosure history. And they also look at the neighborhood averages of the last two attributes I mentioned, the property attributes and the property transaction, and they do that for many different neighborhoods. The information provided to you today about Remine will help you get started with the program. Now you may say, Chris, how much is Remine? Where do I find it? How do I access it? Well, Remine is usually provided to you by your local MLS, so make sure to check your MLS system for the Remine Pro program. If you didn't find anything in this video of value, if you found this video to not be helpful, don't subscribe. But if you found anything of value or anything that I've said that was helpful to you, you can show your support and appreciation by subscribing to the channel.